Damn. All right. Welcome to Football Hustle with C3. We're getting started at 6:30. Let a couple people come up in here before we get this popping. I know y'all getting off of work and shit, getting home, getting settled and all that. So I'm gonna give y'all a second. Got us a good show though. We got us a good show today. We're gonna go over three key games and then we're just gonna do a week one review of all the games that happened yesterday. So we'll give it a couple more minutes and we're gonna get this popping. We got the Eagles versus Cowboys. We're gonna do the Saints versus the Cardinals. We're gonna do the Ravens versus the Bills, and then we're just gonna run through um, all the games that we got. Let's see. Got me something nice in my cup. 6:35. Okay. Um, all right. So first up on the list, we got Eagles versus Cowboys. Where's AJ Brown? So we've been getting a lot of talk about this Eagles versus Cowboy games. The Cowboys coming out of this game like they got a moral victory or something like that. And I'm really confused on why they feel like that. Because all off season, we heard everybody talking about Jalen Hurts, how he got so much help, not wanting to give him credit because of the help he got. Y'all took away Devontae Smith. Y'all took away A.J. Brown. And Saquon got bottled up. And Jalen Hurts still found a way to win. The dude is a winner. Y'all kept for stats. Y'all talking about this top 10, talking all this stuff. When we need Hurts the most, he gonna come through and win. Now, what was crazy about this game, I'm sure everybody seen the whole Jalen Carter incident at the beginning when he spit on him. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. It's so disrespectful to spit on somebody. You spit on somebody, you basically saying, like, I don't even respect you. I got no respect for you. So I really think that Jalen Carter does not respect Dak, and he was just like, yeah, I'm with that. I'm going to do it. Dak tried to pull some slick vet move type shit. He spit at this man, then nodded his head at him. Jalen Carter is a YN. He's a crash out. I hate to call him a YN. He a crash out even if you don't want to call him a YN. You gonna spit at me. I'm built like that. I'm finna come up to you and I'm gonna spit on you. But we not in the street. We not like outside and we're in a football game. It's open tonight. We finna drop a banner. It's millions of people watching. So Jalen Carter, you cannot do that in that moment. We had a whole defensive game plan with our best player, and he did not play. So I feel like that threw us off a whole lot, and the Cowboys could still do what they do. And them defensively, they had their whole game plan. They had planned for Kenny Clark to be the. They knew Michael was gone, so we got their best shot, and they still couldn't beat us despite that. They picked up CD. They picked up George Pickens. They still had CD. Defense shut them. I don't know if we shut them out or just held them to three, but the whole second half, defense played lights out, and they couldn't get in the box. So even with all this like hype that they got out of the game, I mean, the run games look better, but I still don't see them as no threat. Like, we easily could have won that game by 2 scores. Easily. Nah, I know y'all see the title. Where the hell is AJ Brown? Man, I know AJ mad, But at the end of the day, AJ know what team he on. So you got the CDs, you got the Justin Jefferson, you got the Jamar Chase. This was a bad game. I ain't gonna lie. There's no reason why AJ Brown should have one target in a football game, but he understand what here. It's not gonna be like this every game, but it's gonna be some games that you don't eat. It's gonna be hard for AJ to ever win like um the receiving leader being here in Philly with the offense we got. So I understand he's gonna be frustrated, but um we got to get him more than one target. Like he too good. The fact that his first target was in the fourth quarter, like that's unacceptable. We ain't never really ran like no screens, no bubbles, no jailbreak screens, and nothing like that to AJ Brown. But it's just no way we don't get him more than one target going into the fourth quarter. I know for a fact that Diggs and Bland was not locking up like that. Like I'm just positive that he wasn't. But all in all, even with AJ Brown not eating, Smitty not eating, and Saquon not eating, the Cowboys still couldn't beat us. Jalen Hurts put the team on his back and beat them. So shout out to Hurts for doing that, bro. Because everybody be hating on Hurts, and that's why I hate on everybody else quarterback because y'all be nitpicking with Hurts. And I can't stand it. Now, for this next topic, we got the people down in the 504. We got them boys down there. We got the Saints and the Cardinals entering the Kellen Moore era. Nah, it was a lot of people that said the Saints was gonna be the worst team in the league this year, and I can honestly say that the Saints not gonna be bad as what people thought. Uh, Brandon Staley, he's always been a good DC. Like when he became a head coach with the Chargers, it was a lot more that was on his plate to be the head coach. But him as a coordinator, really legit. Um, Still got Cam Jordan in like year 15. They safety room, the Saints safety room is deep. Demario Davis still doing his thing in there. To get Justin Reed after Honey Badger left, that was huge. Kool-Aid stepping into that number one corner role. Like it's just a lot of new things. Now the biggest transition was going. The Saints been running a 4-3 for like a good little while, but them switching over to that 3-4 just took some adjusting for them to do. But the Saints gonna be all right. I still don't like Spencer Rattler, but Kellen Moore does a great job. But like, he's not gonna have his QBs play out of what they do well, and like he's gonna keep Spencer Rattler playing in a zone where he's only doing things that he's good at. He's not gonna make Spencer Rattler do more than what he needs to do, or have him doing things that he's not good at. Because honestly, the game plan that he had for Spencer Rattler wasn't bad. The Saints had some drops. Then you got soft Chris Olave. It seemed like he just every game he gonna get banged up. But Spencer Rattler had a decent game. I feel like the run game could have been better against Arizona. But they gonna feed off Kamara and I think his name Kendre Miller. That's a nice little 1-2 punch. If Spencer Rattler could just go off for the 1-2 punch in the running back room, limit the turnovers, and just like Jalen Hurts doing this offense, just take what they give you until your shot play come. And if Spencer Rattler can just keep his composure and not try to go outside of the offense too early, and then when Kellen Moore dial up the shots and he hit them, the Saints could be all right with their defense. But we just got to see how composed Spencer Rattler could be. And I said Kellen Moore era in the 504 because with Dennis Allen still up in New Orleans, he was a part of Sean Payton's staff. So in a sense, it was still like a way where it had some of Sean Payton like the vibe of Sean Payton in the locker room. Now that he gone and Kellen Moore, it's just like a brand new vibe in the locker room. And Kellen Moore, he a young head coach. I feel like he can relate to the players more. Like his game control just gonna have to be better. I was talking with kids, and he was saying how he didn't use none of the timeouts. This is his first head coaching job. Him not being an OC, like you can't just be sitting on timeouts. He never really had to call timeouts with him being an OC. But now that you're a head coach, like bro, you gotta manage the game. Like you can't. There's no way you should be finishing halves with all your timeouts at all. Next, now this is the biggest game of the weekend for me because as y'all know, Ro is a Ravens fan, and all this Lamar Jackson talk, like I'm sick of it. I'm really sick of the Lamar talk. Every year we find some type of way to baby Lamar, like coddle him. Lamar just got to win at this point. He came out and said this is the best team that he's ever been on. And opening week, you come out and your defense give up 40 points, which is crazy to me. And every time in these big moments, Lamar come up short. And this is why I be saying Lamar is like James Harden of the NFL. He played a good game. The run game. Nah, the difference was when they played the Bills in the conference championship game, all the Ravens fans were saying, man, if we would have ran Derrick Henry more, we would have won that game. So, okay, cool. You probably right, but y'all wanted to go out with Lamar. Y'all was with the whole MVP. Lamar should have won, so you was trying to let Lamar Jackson outplay Josh Allen. Cool. Y'all ended up coming up short. Y'all came back this year with a new game plan. Y'all fed Derrick Henry 167 yards or something like that. 167 yards. Lamar, he managed the game. I want to say he had like only 5 incompletions. But when the game mattered the most and they needed Lamar, he did not show up. Even when Derrick Henry fumbled the ball and the Bills went to go score, the Ravens had 3 timeouts and still had a 2-point lead. All the Ravens had to do was get a first down and the game was over with. And this is on Lamar. Every other quarterback get blamed, but just because we love Lamar and he's a black brother, we got to baby Lamar and act like it's never his fault. That's cap. If you that guy that you say you are and we give you the ball, you could get us a first down at the end of the game. Josh Allen put his team on his back. Whatever the Bills needed him to do, he found a way to make it happen. Even the tip touchdown, it don't matter that it was tip. He had to throw the ball in the area for it to get tipped and for the person got it. At the end of the day, Josh Allen gave his team a chance to win. Y'all came up short on third down. You told DeAndre Hopkins something before the play. You went out for the play, and then you threw the ball to Hopkins. He came up about 3 yards short. It's 4th and 3. Your coach wanted to go for this so y'all can end the game. Lamar tells him, I'm cramping, so he has to come out of the game, and now y'all got to punt the ball off to the Bills. The game is on the line, and you cramping. It's time and time again these big moments that you coming up short, and it's another time where we need you, and you not there for us. So now because you cramping, we got to get them the ball back, and we get them the ball back, and they go score. They go kick a field goal to win the game. I'm just sick of these excuses for Lamar. They trying to make it seem, he didn't play bad, but what I'm saying is he didn't pull his team through in the clutch when he needed them to. Last year in the playoff game, everybody talk about Mark Andrews dropped the pass. First of all, they wouldn't have been behind 2 possessions. Lamar, you threw a pick in the first half and you fumbled. So you put us in this hole in the first place, and now we supposed to congratulate you for you coming back and almost winning us the game. No, we shouldn't have been in there in the first place. So I'm going to hold you accountable for even having the 2 turnovers. Like, why? I just don't understand why we baby Lamar. Some of the stuff that Lamar does is his fault. He just does. He's an amazing player to watch, so we all just like love watching him and we want to see him succeed. But when he do wrong, you can call him out. Like, it's just that simple. And I'm a big hater of Lamar. Until he show me he can play, the postseason Lamar Jackson that we see is not the same quarterback that we see in the regular season. I have not seen a vintage playoff performance from Lamar Jackson like we see in the regular season at all since he's been in the playoffs. His stats in the playoffs are even horrible. Let me pull this up for y'all, man. Because this is crazy, bro. And, of course, like I said, I go back and forth with this all the time against Roe. And it's just like, bro, we got to call it for what it is, bro. Like, everything is not John Harbaugh's fault or nobody else, bro. He got to take accountability for this. Okay, man. Lamar Jackson has 10 touchdowns and 7 interceptions in 8 games. That is horrible. Like, the James Harden comparison, I feel like is spot on. When they need this man the most, he does not play his best football. And that's part of the reason why they lose. That's part of the reason why they lose. But we got people that love to talk about Jalen Hurts, but this couldn't be my quarterback. Couldn't be him. So, I mean, if y'all just getting into here, I went over the Eagles versus Cowboys. I went over the Saints versus the Cardinals. And I just went over this Ravens versus Bills game. Now, to finish this off, I'm going to just do like a week 1 review, and then I'm going to just do a Monday Night Football prediction. Chiefs, Chargers. This was a crazy game. I think Kansas City might finally be getting to that thing where other teams seeing like they coming down to earth. Like other teams looking at them and they like, man, we really not scared of them no more. I ain't gonna lie though, it might be getting scared for a lot of people because with what's going on up in Miami, I think they're gonna mess around and trade their boy back to KC. I really think that's what's gonna happen. And if that happens, good luck to y'all. Justin Herbert, I ain't gonna lie. That was a good game from Justin Herbert. I hate that offense with Greg Roman, but he really dialed in against that Spags defense. And if you would have saw it, they played the Chiefs close last year in both games. They just ended up losing badly. But that stat line that he just put up against Spags defense, seeing the Chiefs arguing stuff like that, I don't know. I really like. It's hard to call because it's regular season, but I really think that Chiefs dominance might be over with in the AFC. And I feel like the Bills, like this has to be the Bills or the Ravens year. Like it gotta be. Like if this is not the year, I just don't know what to say about them 2 QBs. It's tripping. I gotta let something in my cup. that's crazy. Come on, man. Low. What are we doing? There we go. Dolphins and Colts. Yeah, like I was just saying with Tyreek Hill. Hey, Mike McDaniel about to get fired. It's really over. There's no reason for you to get whooped like that against the Colts. They not dominant. They got Daniel Jones at quarterback. The Colts was stagnant last year. You had all your weapons on offense. You had Achane, you had Waddle, you had Tyreek, you had Devin Waller. Y'all, like the Dolphins just soft. Y'all was clapping and proud when Vic Fangio left y'all talk about he used to be doing too much. Like, they deserve everything that's coming their way, the Dolphins. Mike McDaniels, he might be a good OC with somebody, but head coach, he was in over his head trying to be a head coach. I feel like I would have to look at their schedule, but I don't see how they shake back from this because I don't think it's going to get no easier. I feel like you just got to blow that up with Miami and go ahead and just leave that way as it. Tyreek Hill to Kansas City. Do not be surprised if they trade him back. Kansas City got the cap room. They don't have no big contract at running back. They don't have no receivers. They got big contracts. Kelsey making some decent money, but he about to be off the books. Like, I'm sure he not getting crazy money. Defensively, all they got is Chris Jones. I think they signed Nick Bolton. But, man, watch. He going to end up back in KC. I just feel it. And he go back just the way they offense looking and stuff. It makes sense with how stagnant they've been looking. He going to go back to KC and shake it up. And it's going to be OV. We got the Raiders and the Patriots. This game didn't surprise me. Close game. I figured the Patriots defense would be better. It was 20-13. But Geno Smith looked good, bro. Geno Smith looked good. That Patriots O-line held up like great. The Raiders O-line held up great against that Patriots front. Genty looked comfortable coming into it for his rookie year, running. A lot of people was thinking he just was a Mountain West Conference booster. Like, that was just why he looked so good because he played in the Mountain West. But 19 for 38, he wasn't crazy, but he got good yards when he needed to. That passing attack was crazy though. Geno really doing this thing out there. Drake May, it wasn't bad. I expected the Patriots running game to look way better than this. I'm not surprised that Trayvon Henderson ended up with the most yards. I figured he gonna eventually take over this spot from Stevenson and Gibson. But with the Raiders passing offense looking like that and them being in that they're gonna need that up in that defense against in that division against the Chargers, the Broncos, and the Chiefs. So to look like that, I'm sure the Raiders feel promised that they got a passing attack to go against them people up in their division. And that time going by fast as a motherfucker. It's already 7 o'clock. Damn, what is that? Started at 6:30. I wanted to get this done before Monday Night Football started. So I guess we kind of right on time. The Steelers and the Jets. Now, this was the craziest game. Well, no, Bills Ravens was the craziest, but this Steelers and Jets game, it was the exact opposite of what I thought for both teams. I thought the Steelers defense was going to be legit, and I thought the Jets offense was going to be bad. The Steelers defense was horrible, and the Jets offense was actually lit. I didn't know how this Jets offense was gonna look, what type of offense they was gonna put him in, but this is the most suitable offense that Justin Fields has been in since he's been in the league. I feel like he's confident too. Throwing to Garrett Wilson, his old teammate up in college, playing with one of your homeboys, that bring out a lot of confidence. But for the Jets to see their offense like that against a good Steelers defense, like I was just talking about the Cowboys and their moral victory thing. But like I said, we didn't have our best player, and we shut them out in the second half. And they saying for more victory. The Jets, on the other hand, went against a loaded defense, and they scored the whole game. It wasn't like they just did it in one half and stopped. Like the Jets really look good. Now the Steelers, on the other hand, they offense. I don't really know what to say about the Jets defense. I mean, Aaron Glenn is the defensive coordinator. I mean, Sauce Gardner, they got Quentin Williams and his brother, but I don't know if the Steelers offense was more so the Jets defense being bad or if it's actually legit. But I would give more. I mean, of course the Steelers won, so I can't say more credit. But I like what the Jets put out there. But the Steelers, if your defense looking like that against the Jets, and you still got to go against Lamar, you got to go against Joe Burrow, them, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for y'all, man. I don't know why I keep going all the way back like that. Damn. Oh, hold on, let me change this for y'all. I still got this banner. Oh, my bad. I'm tripping, y'all. Somebody got a comment there. I ain't even check it. Oh, yeah, you're right, James. Yeah. So, what up, James, man? 100, bro. How you been, James, man? I ain't seen you in a little while. Then you just had you a baby or your girl pregnant or something, right? James was my dog, man. James really used to be holding it down in them trenches for me, man. James would come back and tell me what it was hitting for. I'm like, bet. James used to hold it down for real. Let me go down this. I don't know why it's come on now, don't start tripping. There we go. Jets and Commanders. Man, Brian Dable gotta go. Because I know they're not gonna let him. Yeah, my son 2 months old. My brother tell me about 60 yards. Man. Yeah, yeah. You just was undersized, man. Real talk. You was just undersized, but man, you was really with it down there. It was the only two I had really down there with that was you and Roe that actually knew what they was doing. The other one just out there blocking. Don't know how to slide or nothing. But the Giants and Commanders, I hate Washington. I wanted the Giants to win, but I know it's gonna be a tall task. Jaden Daniels looked good year two, picking up deep, trading for Debo. That paid off. They got Debo in the end zone. Now, I ain't gonna lie. The big thing for Washington is getting a explosive back. They had Brian Robinson, but he wasn't really explosive. Like he was just a balanced back. Like he can get you some tough yards. He was okay, a better word. He was a serviceable back. But they got Bill. He actually played in the SWAC. He went to Alabama State. He transferred from Alabama State, and he went to like University of New Mexico. And then he had a decent year, and he transferred to Arizona, but he got hurt and never played at Arizona. But he ended up getting hurt. So the Washington drafted him in the 7th round. and got like it was a steal because he definitely would have been. I feel like if he played at Arizona, he would have been like a fourth rounder or something like that. But getting him in the seventh round for Washington was huge. Russ, I feel like they're gonna start him this week 2, but I feel like you gotta bench him early if you want a chance at your season. You might. It just seems like they got more of a spark with Jackson Dart. And I feel like before you lose this team, you got to put him in, bro. Russ got to give me more than 6 points, bro. Washington ain't got no defense like that the way you come out 6. And I don't even think it was a score. I think they kicked 2 field goals. You got Malik Neighbors, Mag, your best player. He don't want to dap you down. He ain't trying to talk. Like, yeah, you gotta make that switch at QB to try to get the locker room back popping. Ain't no way your head coach try to come dap you down and you don't even much want to talk to him. It's over. I feel like they had it with him. Jackson Dart gonna turn it up though. I ain't lying though. This is like a little wild card. It'll be crazy to see, but if they fire Brian Dable, I'll see if Dougie P probably go to the Giants. Cause I don't really know no other coaching candidates out there unless somebody like John Gruden, unless they try to get like a young coach or something to go with Jackson Dart. But we talking experienced coaches. If you Doug Peterson or like John Gruden trying to get back in the league, I feel like that'll be a good look for the Giants. But Washington did that. Jaguars and the Panthers. The Panthers is just it's just gonna be tough for them, bro. It's crazy because both of them mid, the Jaguars and the Panthers, but the Jaguars got a promising receiving core and running back room. We just got to see if Trevor Lawrence gonna pay off. He got the OC. What is his name? Liam. They got Tampa Bay OC as the head coach now. So I figured their offense would, a new look offense would probably get them like a little spark like that. But even Travis Hunter looked good. I want to say he had the most targets, and he made the most of his targets. I want to say he got 4 targets, and he caught all of his targets. But the Jaguars should be a fun team to watch this year. I can't say that the AFC South gonna be wide open because of how the Colts looked, but yeah, they're gonna be exciting. Now the Texans can't just run through the AFC South no more. They're gonna have to worry about. It's tough saying it after one game, but the Jaguars and the Colts definitely gonna give the Texans a better run than what they got. And these are a lot of games and some of them going on. The last game I'll go over is this Bengals and Browns game. Oh shit. Hey, the Bengals finally got a win against up in week 1. They didn't look good, but up in week 1 at this point, the Bengals just like, hey, our defense played good. We know our offense legit. This ain't gonna happen often, but to say our defense held somebody to 16 points, that's a legit enough win. Joe Flacco, he's gonna probably be out of his job by like week 3, week 4, and Dylan Gabriel being. We'll see if it ever gets to Shador for him to, get a chance at the starting job. But the Browns, we already know what type of season it's gonna be for them. Now this Monday night football game gonna start at 7:15, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I got the Bears. I feel like Ben Johnson and his offense, it elevated Detroit. We seen what Detroit looked like yesterday against Green Bay. Offense real stagnant. I'm just taking Caleb Williams over J.J. McCarthy. I never was big on J.J. McCarthy. He got carried by the running game up in college. Then at the same time, you was cheating. So it's like you just got too much going on. It's just hard for me to believe that now you're gonna come to the NFL and you're gonna be able to be able to throw it all around the yard at a high level, especially with this like being your real rookie year and you getting hurt last year. So and you barely played preseason, so he's gonna have to get over that hump. I got the Bears by like, I would say 7 or like 10, honestly. With that going on. This was a good show though, y'all. I planned on it being like 30 minutes. We had 37 minutes. Let me stop sharing this for y'all. Let's stop sharing that. It was a good show, man. I appreciate y'all coming out. The game finna come on. Like I said, I got Bears winning tonight. Finna fix me something to eat. I'm gonna try to do this again on Friday. I see Saturday it's kind of like crazy because people be going out and stuff like that. But we're just gonna take this one week at a time. It's gonna take time for this to grow. But I'm excited. I'm gonna start bringing people on. I'm gonna put a call in line so people can call in and shit like that. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for the ones who came in here, showed me some love. We just getting started with the football hustle with C3. Y'all just stay with me. I promise you, this gonna grow. We're gonna interact more on here. It's gonna be the spot y'all want to come through and talk ball. If y'all team lose and you need to get that frustration out and you want to talk about it, see what happened, come here. I'm in a good mood because my Eagles won. But I guarantee you, the games that the Eagles lose, please come on here because I'm gonna lash out. When we lose, I promise this gonna be must see entertainment right now when we lose. But everything good right now. Y'all just be safe. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy the Monday night football game. Finna get out of here and get me something to eat. So yeah, man. Y'all have y'all a nice one. I'm finna go ahead and get out of here.